Shalom and good day all. This is Healing29 back again for another Marvel review, and surprisingly this time I've got something that's a bit of a one-shot. And yes, this actual story focuses on the original Nick Fury, not the race swapped Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury. So, and I must admit, I was really surprised with this issue. Now, with this issue, it's written by J. Michael Straczynski, who's written quite a number of stories in his time, whether it's within the mainstream, plus whatever he may have done independently. So, starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape, or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? The answer is a big fat yes. To which I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what is happening story-wise with the characters. So, as we move into the beginning here, we get a bit of a background in relation to the character, which I thought was really good because in technicality, I am a new reader checking out a story around the original Nick Fury, and this information was really great, and I'm really happy that it was actually included. And finally, beginning into the area of the beginning, we get to see Nick Fury. We learn that he's a bit of a pilot of sorts, or has some piloting experience. And we learn that this also takes place around World War II. And we learn that this is also taking place in England. And with this, he's also with his other members that make up his group, which are called the Howling Commandos. As we start to move towards the middle of the story, we do get Nick Fury's full-on encounter with Fang Foom. And we get to see quite a bit happen with the character. Now, as this draws a little bit closer towards the end, you get the feeling that Fang Foom has sort of like, I guess, a telekinetic ability of sorts, or almost like a supernatural ability. Now, I hope this is lore accurate with the character. To anyone who has actually read anything around the original Nick Fury and also Fang Foom, if you're able to confirm it in the comments, please go ahead and confirm it in the comments. And with it, we get to see some of the things that Fang Foom is relaying to Nick Fury. Like, we get to see some events that center around war, plus maybe even the White House being targeted for a bomb. You get quite a number of things that Fang Foom is sending through to him. As we move a little bit more towards the end, the Howling Commandos come in to help take on Fang Foom, or at least give him a bit of a scare of sorts. And finally, last but not least, towards the end, to which Nick Fury heads out with his Howling Commandos. If it's one thing I would definitely admit that I would change, it's actually my thumbnail, because one thing I didn't expect for the character of Fang Foom is that we learned that this story takes place on the Chinese border, and I should have actually chosen a more Chinese-like dragon for my thumbnail. So, yeah. But it is what it is. And for the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. So, surprise, surprise, we actually got a bit of a comic reference to Strange Tales issue 89. Next is the area of time, which was used within the story. We had 1948, we also had 1940, we had 3 hours later, as well as 2 months later being used within the story. The key locations that took place in the story were England and also the Chinese border. The key cast of characters consisting of Finn, Fang, Foom, and also the Howling Commandos. For my overall rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed reading this one-shot. And if this one-shot ends up turning up in a bit of an anthology of like one-shots in a trade paperback, I'd consider picking it up. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.